I wanted to share this. This is a Twitter thread from a little bit ago, but it's been retweeted as of recent. Just an interesting connection here. Jack Allison, comedian Jack Allison, tweeted this out a little while ago. Did you know that all of the moderate candidates who dropped out and endorsed Joe Biden are all represented by the same legal counsel? Each of these campaigns has paid out hundreds of thousands of dollars to the same firm. There's Pete for America, Perkins Coie, Amy for America, same institution. Kamala Harris, same institution. So we scroll down. Elizabeth Warren is also represented by Perkins Coie. I'm guessing that's how you say it. So here you go. There's Warren for president. Perkins Coie. Now, here he asked the question in this thread, how did Pete Buttigieg, the mayor of a small college town, get propelled to the forefront of presidential politics? Well, he debuted his ambitions through a hybrid PAC, super PAC, set up in his name that donated $37K to 2018 candidates. So he got this big super PAC that pushed him into the national spotlight. That's how he came out of nowhere from being some mayor of South Bend. He also, said yes to all the dark money he could get. Well, who was behind all that? Well, the registered address, Perkins Coie. Same law firm. So what's the deal with Perkins Coie? Well, he tells you in this next tweet. Perkins Coie was founded by Bob Bauer, legal counsel to President Obama, and husband to SKD Knickerbocker partner Anita Dunn. He left the firm in 2018. Bennett, also part of Perkins Coie. John Delaney, also part of Perkins Coie. They were the 1%, meaning they were members of the 1%, and they also couldn't get past 1% in the polls. But here's something else he shares. Two big law firms are reprising their roles from 2016 in the latest election cycle. Cleveland founded Jones Day and the originally Seattle-based Perkins Coie have become the top firms for presidential candidates, waging battle on opposite sides of the aisle. So they're all represented by the same legal group. That same legal group was also behind Pete Buttigieg's super PAC that pushed him into the national spotlight. They all folded like dominoes behind Joe Biden. And they all work with the same legal counsel who has ties to Barack Obama. Oh, here's the best part. Check this out. This says some other Perkins Coie clients. Ready for this? Amazon.com, Costco, Facebook, Google, Honeywell, HTC, Intel, Microsoft, Starbucks, and the Boeing Company. And who's going to make sure their interests stay front and center? These corporate Democrats that are also represented by the same firm. You see how we're a corporation? You see how we're not really a country? You see how it's just a big club and you are not in it, to quote the great George Carlin. It's a big club. They all go to the same dinners. They all do the same thing. And they're all combining their efforts to make sure Bernie Sanders, a progressive, doesn't get anywhere close to the White House. They're combining all of their efforts. And why? Well, because they're all in the same club. And that club is the club of the corporations. The club of Amazon, the club of Facebook, the club of Google, the club of Microsoft, the club of Starbucks. Hell, Howard Schultz was running himself. That's how bad they want to protect the corporatocracy that we live under. Because this status quo, it's not sustainable. We are crumbling like all empires before us have crumbled. We are crumbling. It's happening. And it's escalating by the day. And this pandemic is making it escalate even quicker and even worse. But they have their elite club with a lot of money and a lot of power, and they're going to do everything they can to maintain the status quo. That's why they're all rallying behind. There's no way Joe Biden's going to beat Donald Trump. They know that. But whether Donald Trump wins or Joe Biden wins, their corporate properties are still fine. The status quo that they love, that screws over the working class, and makes a small handful of people very, very rich while screwing over everyone else. The United States is becoming a straight-on plutocracy. Had a little cat here dangling. Lucy's been jumping around the desk. So there you go. Jack Allison exposed that. It's a big club. It is a big club. And we ain't in it. We ain't in it. George Carlin said it right.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your